Always feels like you're getting your class picture taken and you're like a kindergartner and
And
we're just like,
hi. Hello, how are you today on this lovely Tuesday?
Happy Tuesday.
Rainy here where we're at.
It's giving like Salem in the fall.
Honestly, I'm here for it.
Me too. I love it. Lauren's got like a tweed skirt and boots on and a sweater. I've got overalls on.
We're very fall today.
Yeah, I love
obsessed.
it.
I'm obsessed. So we are back to crafting today.
We're back.
We're back. We're better. We're going to be crafting today, and we're going to be crafting with paper. Y'all, this is one that do not underestimate the power of paper.
Yes.
I don't know how else to say
craft.
that other than do not underestimate the power of paper.
Yeah, period.
I love it. I think you can do so much with it. And we're going to be creating a very, very cute little tag for a Halloween bucket, Halloween candy pail, whatever you want to call it.
We're kind of putting like a fun modern spin on like a classic pumpkin trick-or-treat bucket.
Yes. So we're taking the classic trick-or-treat bucket, making it our own, and you all can really customize it to whatever you want.
Yes.
We did pink, but that doesn't mean you have to do pink. You can do whatever color you want.
A matte black would be like,
oh my gosh,
chef's kiss, or like, I don't know, you could match it to your costume.
you could match it to your costume.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, for those of you who have not been around the channel the past couple days, weeks, whatever, you've missed a lot.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
We've started some things.
We've started lots of things. Now, this is not something that it's not going to necessarily correspond with what we have started, but I wanted to make sure that you all know and understand. We have officially announced and released our new membership program called Passive Earners Society.
Ooh.
Now, what is Passive Earners Society? This is where we're going to be teaching you 3 different routes. You can choose which route you want to go, multiple routes, whatever. And we're going to teach you how to make money online selling your crafts, whether that be with your physical products that you want to sell, which in all honesty can be a good stream of income.
Yes.
It does still keep you crafting. I don't think it is going to be the best stream of income to, like, it's not a set it and forget it type of
You're going to be working.
strategy. You're going to be working, but it's still a great lever to pull when you need it.
And if you've got more time, like if you've got more time to create these products, then physical is a really good route for you to go to.
Right. Also within Passive Earners, we have what we like to call a hybrid route, which is what we are calling our print-on-demand route. So it's pretty much your customers are getting a physical product, but you are never having to touch that physical product.
Right.
You don't have to lay your hands on it. You don't have to ship it. You don't have to do anything. So we're teaching you all that we have learned over the past 18 months with print on demand. And then finally, the third route is going to be a completely digital route where we teach you how to sell digital files, digital printables, all of that stuff is being taught in the digital route. So we're giving you different levers that you can pull and different ways to make income using your creativity, no matter which way you decide you want to go. I mean, some people think, oh, I really want to still lay my hands on all these crafts.
Right.
That's fine. We didn't want to leave you all out. Some people are like, nope, I really like to design. Yes. That's my favorite part. I want to do all the designing and let someone else do the work. Or you can do the designing and it just be all digital. And that way people are purchasing from you and you're not having to do anything and that income is coming in.
And we kind of talked about that yesterday, just like how if you want to make things and you've got all these Pinterest crafts kind of sitting in your Pinterest that you've been wanting to make, or all these ideas that you've been wanting to make, like you can do one of the digital routes. You could do digitals or print on demand or both if you wanted to. If you're already designing files for your print on demand, you should open up 2 shops. Yeah. That's just me personally, but you are going to free up so much time that you would have been using to make all these projects. and you're going to be able to create things that you actually love to make, and you're not going to be making it 50 times because you sold 50 of them. So that's what we talked about yesterday.
So we have a couple questions that I do want to address. Susan said, so now there's 2 memberships, ? A lifetime membership, ? So yes, we do have 2 memberships now. We have Maker's Gonna Learn, which is its own entity. And then we have Passive Earner Society, which is still in conjunction with Maker's Gonna Learn, but also it's completely separate. So, and we are only offering it this week. And I mean it. Actually, it should already be gone, but it's not. So we do have a lifetime membership with Passive Earners. What does that mean? That means you get lifetime access to this curriculum and any updates we do, but you do not get lifetime access to the coaching. You get a year's worth of coaching. So in this program, we're also going to be coaching you all. You get 3 coaching calls a month.
That's a lot.
A lot. It's almost one every single week. You get 1 week of the month or 1 week between all of that. So we're going to do shop reviews, listing reviews, kind of like a review coaching call where we can review anything that you have questions about and give you feedback on if you need to change your tags, your titles, your product listing, your product in and of itself, your mock-up photos. We also have what we like to call a research coaching call, where you bring us the ideas that you think you want to create. We'll do the research for you and see if that's actually going to be a good selling product. And then you have a mindset coaching with either Tanner or Amber. And they're going to be helping you get over, helping you with mindset, getting you in the right place, doing a lot of like personal work in those, which are going to be really, really good. Now, the next question that I wanted to address is somebody said, so what happens to my Inner Circle membership? If you are an Inner Circle member, please, please, please check your email.
Yes.
Check your email if you are an Inner Circle member. If you are a current Inner Circle member, I'll just be honest, we are kind of like absorbing Inner Circle into Passive Earners.
Yes.
So you're not losing any curriculum, you're not losing anything. If anything you're getting, we're adding to it.
Yes.
We just decided that we needed a shift with Inner Circle, which came Passive Earners.
Yeah, this is like what we decided.
This is what we decided. We decided that we also needed to be in the trenches with you guys. So
we started from zero.
We started from zero. We did no advertising. I mean, we did do some Etsy ads and some things like that, which we learned so much from doing those Etsy ads, but we didn't use Maker's Gonna Learn. We didn't tell anybody about it. It's all organic growth that we have seen. That way we can teach you guys how to have organic growth with no social media following, nothing in your arsenal.
Yeah.
That's our whole premise with this program, is we wanted to make sure that we really know and understand the struggles and the hardships that you all are going to be going through so that we can help you guys, okay?
Right.
Do you email us about coaching calls? So if you are part of Passive Earner Society and you already have access to the dashboard, how you're going to get access to the dashboard is through the Maker's Gonna Learn website. We have a completely separate dashboard for passive earners, and we actually have those coaching calls across the top already pre-scheduled out for you guys so that you can get them on your calendar and make sure that you have time. They will be, these are going to be, for the most part, a majority of these coaching calls are going to be in the evenings because we know and see and understand that a lot of us have full-time jobs. So
I think we're going to do some in the daytime though too, for those of you that work night shifts.
We're going to do a few in the daytime. We're going to switch it up so that we try to hit everybody's schedule. So you may miss one month, but you're going to pick up, you're going to be able to watch the replay and then be live the next month.
So someone was saying, will Inner Circle members get the book for free? If you have the passive earners, if you're in the dashboard, the book is in there. You have access to this book all the time. if you decide to become a lifetime or a yearly member of Passive Earners, you'll receive a physical copy.
Yes, and I do think Inner Circle, if you check your email, if you are already an Inner Circle member, like I said, we're absorbing that is now Passive Earners. I think if you check your email, you have an option to purchase the book separate. Only if you are an Inner Circle member. So if you have questions about the book, check your email. If you can't find it in your email, email hi@makersgonnalearn.com and our customer service team will gladly assist you.
Yes.
Gladly assist you.
Okay, I think that's all the questions we've had so far. And y'all can ask questions throughout the live stream and we'll address them as they come.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and get started.
It's been a while.
It has been a while since I have been here in front of the camera hosting you guys.
Crafting.
Crafting in general, hosting, crafting, all of the above. Sorry, I'm trying to get my computer squared away. So hi, hello, welcome. Let's go ahead and look at this adorable,
Obsessed.
I mean, so stinking cute. Can you even?
No, I literally cannot.
I love this. I love this. So this started out as this. So the materials that you are going to need for this project is just your standard Dollar Tree,
Walmart for $1.97, I think.
pumpkin. Like I said earlier, some people call this I personally call this a candy bucket.
I want to know what you all call it. We were calling it, I
Yes.
call it a trick-or-treat bucket, a trick-or-treat bag.
Do you call it a
pail?
pumpkin pail? Do you call it a candy pail? Do you call it I don't know.
It's like the difference between like soda, like we call it Coke.
soda and pop. Coke, soda, and pop.
Coke is Southern that's a general term for all of
It's always, I'm going to go get a Coke.
and that can be like a Sprite, a root beer, a ginger ale, anything, or a soda or a pop.
So drop it in the comments. What do you call this? Let me know. Trick or treat bucket, candy bucket. Let me know what you call it. So we are going to need that. Now, what we did use to paint this, sorry, let me move this out of the way. We used, and we'll go overhead, the Krylon Color Max paint and primer. This is what we used for this one. I do think it does make a difference to go ahead and get a spray paint that has a paint and a primer in it because this is orange. So it's gonna be hard to cover orange. If you can't find one that has paint and primer in it, I would get a white primer. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think I would get a white primer and spray it first if it's a light color that doesn't have a primer already in it.
Yes,
So
for sure.
if you don't get one that has,
A mother's nightmare.
so what is that word?
Carpizza Ampari. Did I say that right?
It sounds right.
Give us some pronunciation. How would you say it, Lauren?
Like you said it.
Carpizza Ampari. Why am I saying it like Italian?
I don't know.
I know it's not. I can tell it's not. I wish we could hear
Candy
you say
bucket,
that.
every trick or treat pumpkin, mother's nightmare. Anyway, I love this.
Cavity maker. Y'all are so funny.
Lewis,
Email us at
Email us.
hi@makersgonnalearn
Yes.
and we will get you a clear answer for that question.
Yes. Okay. So if you can't find a spray paint that has a primer already in it, and you want to do a light color, I would purchase a primer separate. That's just my spiel on that.
And while you're in the aisle, grab you some Krylon Crystal Clear Matte.
Oh God, yes.
It's the clear protectant spray. It gives it a matte finish. I personally prefer a matte finish. They have other finishes, but the Krylon Crystal Clear, whatever, you need to get that. It's a spray.
Now
And it'll be in the
this
same
one
aisle.
specifically. Oh, did she put it on this one?
No, we didn't have any. The Krylon Crystal Clear.
Yeah.
Nope.
That's a satin. That's not a matte.
Oh, Gorgina.
Yeah. This is a satin.
I don't think she finished it with anything because we didn't have any of it. So, love it.
But I still think that I would get the Krylon Crystal Clear, whether it's matte or shiny, it doesn't matter. But I think I would personally spray it with that first before putting this on there if you plan on keeping it. Because if you don't, I can promise you this paint will chip. Just letting you know, it's gonna chip.
Yeah.
Okay, other than this, can you type the Krylon Crystal Clear Matte?
I'm linking everything. For some reason, none of our links were in the description, but I'm adding them all right now for you.
Q. So, back overhead, the next thing you're going to need is a light grip mat or something that will hold your paper. Light grip, well-used standard grip, either one is fine. This is a brand new light grip. It's pretty sticky, so that one should be fine. The next thing you are going to need is some type of cardstock. Now, y'all, you've heard it. If you've been here around the channel, you know that the only brand of glitter cardstock we use here in this office is going to be Ashley Falco, Celebration Warehouse, shed-free glitter cardstock, because y'all, look at this. Zero glitter. Zero glitter.
It's the best.
I literally cannot stand glitter cardstock, and I kind of feel like, is this, oh, nope, this is also her shed-free. Everything on here is shed-free. Lovely. Yes. So no, it doesn't matter what color you use. Are these two? Does she have two different oranges?
I think so.
Okay. So these are two of the oranges that she has. This one is the champagne. This one is light pink. This one is, actually, I can already tell you, I don't think this one is hers. Is it?
Is it shedding?
Yep, a little bit. I think this one came from Hobby Lobby. We'll set that to the side. And then her black. That is, I love it. Love it. So these are all of the different, we're not going to use all of them. We just brought them all in here to give us options, depending on what color you want. So cardstock, that's what you're going to need. Other than that, we do have ribbon, as you can see here. That is what we are going to tie onto the side of our bucket. And then we have either, this is the Super Tight Precision Craft Glue or Zig two-way pen. We've also heard from you guys that you love the Barely Art.
Yes, like the precision tip Barely Art glue.
Barely Art glue. So you can use any type of adhesive that you like using with your paper crafting. So with all of that being said, we'll go ahead and jump into crafting. Now, I'm not going to paint this bucket today just because it takes it a while. I can't do it on screen. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take it out. You want to protect the surface that you will be spraying this on and a little perimeter around it. You can, if you want to, take a sanding block and kind of scuff up this plastic if you want to. That will help it adhere to the plastic as well. We don't have a sanding block here, but if you'll just kind of do a light sand on the whole pumpkin, that will help the paint adhere to it. And then you're gonna take your spray paint and you're just gonna give it a good coat. Like I said, we're not doing that on the live today. We can't do it here. I would have to step outside. But that's what you're gonna do to paint your pumpkin. Now,
and also take your handle out.
Yes.
Before you paint, pop your handle out. It should just like kind of pop out.
I'm trying to see if we can. It is a little harder to pop out.
Yeah.
So, can you?
You should.
Did Holly? Because I can't get it out.
What's that one look like on the inside? Unless you taped up the handle. I figured you could just pop that sucker out.
I mean, I'm afraid to break it.
Well, that's all right. Don't pop it out. You can always just tape it up.
Yeah, I would probably tape it up if it was me. Okay, with all of that being said, let's go ahead and jump over to Cricut Design Space. Let me go to my projects and I'm going to find it. Beautiful. Here we go. And then here. So we have fonts missing, Daisy Patch. Beautiful. So what we're gonna do, here is our finished product, but before we get there, we are going to hop over to the Makers Gonna Learn website. Let me get there just real quickly. And we are going to be using the Daisy font today, Daisy Patch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop over to Fonts. If it loads, you can choose what font you want to use. Any of these would be great. The Frightmare would be cute if you're going for more of a spooky thing, but we're going to go to Daisy Patch, and we are going to download this font to use in Design Space. So how we're going to download that is we're going to click this arrow pointing down. From there, it's going to pop into our downloads. We do need to open that up. You're going to need to unzip the font, which I just did, and then from there, we're going to double click it again. Now, if you are on a Windows computer, you're gonna have to right click and then extract the font, and then you can upload it to your character map. If you have a Mac, this is going to be into your font book. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna click Install Font. That is going to install on our computer. But to be able to use it in Cricut Design Space, we'll have to hop back over, and we're going to have to go to View and Reload, and that's just going to reload Cricut Design Space. And now you're going to see that there is not that red error message on the top of our canvas where it was before. So now it is recognizing that we do have Daisy Patch uploaded on our computer. So now that we have that font, I'm going to hop back over to Maker's Gonna Learn. We are gonna go to our cut files, and we are going to choose, I'm pretty sure we just used a standard jack-o'-lantern one, because I don't think it is linked down below.
And you can really use whatever shape you want. Like if you wanted to do a ghost, you could do a ghost, a bat.
Let's just look for a little ghost. So if you wanted to use a ghost file, you can just type in ghost. Like these are so cute. Let's just use this one today.
Oh, yeah, I love.
I'm going to download this one. You can see I have it here. If you want to use the jack-o'-lantern, I'm just gonna type in Jack because I don't know if it's in there as space or if it doesn't have spaces on it.
It's called, hold on, it's linked below for you guys, but it's called something, hold on, like pumpkins, I'm not sure.
Okay, we'll just look for pumpkins.
Yeah, it's like pulling up just the PNG like right when I click the link.
This one?
Yes, that's the one.
Okay, so if you want to use the jack-o'-lantern, this is the pumpkins, and I'll download that just so we can do both and you can see both of them. We did also have one with a bat. If you wanted to make one with a bat, there is a really cute one here that looks like a bat, and we're gonna teach you how to do these letters in Cricut Design Space. So with all of that being said, I'm gonna hop back over to our share screen. I'm going to double click these files and make sure that they get unzipped. So there is one unzipped, and then the ghosts are zipped, so now there are the ghosts. Now what I'm gonna do is come back to Design Space. What you need to do next, and boop, did not mean to do that. Let's just go ahead and attach these and hide this, and we're gonna attach these and hide this too. So we're gonna act like these aren't here. Should have grouped, but it's fine. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to upload. We are now going to upload the file that you want. So you're gonna need to go to upload image. Now you can either browse or we can drag and drop. So what I like to do is bring in my Finder. You can see here, we do need the SVG version. So I'm going to drag and drop that SVG there. You can see it pops in very easily. We're gonna go to continue and then upload. So now what we're gonna do, after we have done that, we are going to ungroup these because they are all separate colors and separate layers. And now you can choose which little ghost you want to do. I don't know if I want this little guy or if I want this little guy.
I like the purple one and the top left one are my favorite.
This one?
Yeah. I low-key like the top right though too.
I know.
That would be a boy's ghost.
You think that would be a boy's ghost?
Yeah. Like, I want to put a bow on that one.
On this
On
one?
that one, yeah.
I mean, I kind of want to put a bow on that one too.
Yeah, I think we should put a bow on one.
Okay.
Is that too extra?
No, not at all. We'll do either one of those, but if you do want to put a bow on it like we do, we're going to pop back over here and we're just going to type in bow. We're going to find us a cute little bow.
I love to add like a little bow, especially if it's for a girl. Just like a simple.
Like this one?
Yes, that's perfect.
Okay, so this is a good example of how we can take this and manipulate it because I just like that bow portion right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to download that. Once again, we're going to unzip it, make sure it's open. I'm going to hop back to Design Space. I'm going to go to upload image, bring my Finder back in. I don't need this guy back there, but I do want the SVG of this bad to the bow. We're going to go to continue, upload, and once again, this one also comes in. We do need to ungroup it. So what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of this portion, and now we just need the bow there. So I'm going to go to contour, and I'm going to contour out this word bow. Beautiful.
I love it.
And now we can just add a little bow to our post.
That's so cute. I love her.
Okay, I think I do want to do this one.
I feel like she's like reaching her hand out. She's like, give me my candy.
Hi, how are you?
Or yeah, mine was way more aggressive. She's like, can I have some candy, please?
So after you've chosen whether it's a bat, a jack-o'-lantern, a ghost, whatever, and you have it uploaded into Design Space, now what we're going to do is we are going to add in our name. So I am just going to type in Ruby. I'm going to change the font. So up here on my font selection, I'm going to go from Cricut to System Fonts, and I'm going to type in Daisy Patch, and I'm going to change the font to Daisy Patch.
Cutest font ever.
Love it. Just like this. And now what I want to do is I want to add a layer of separation from the name and the ghost. So I'll change the name Ruby. Let's just change it blue so you all can see the difference, okay? So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to select the name Ruby. Now, this is where I need you to pay attention if you're wanting to learn how to do this, because this can be confusing, okay? So I'm selecting the name Ruby. I'm coming up here to offset. I am going to put an offset on the name Ruby. Now, this can be as large or as small as you want. You can see, and I'll zoom in and let's go back up here to offset. You can kind of see how big that 0.25 is. If that's the size you want it, great. But I'm just going to tell you it's going to cut off this whole bottom half of this ghost. And honestly, it may already with what we're trying to do, but I don't want it to be that large. So I'm going to come down and see what a 0.1 looks like. And I feel like that's what I want. I think I want 0.1, and I'm going to hit apply. Now, once again, I'm going to change the color of this so we can see. Okay, so now you kind of see how much of a separation we have between the name Ruby and the offset. So the next thing that you're going to need to do, once again, if you're not paying attention and you want to learn how to do this, please come back because there are going to be questions on how I just did this. Okay, so over on my right-hand panel, without touching all of this here because it's exactly where I want it. So working from my layers panel on the right, I'm going to select the ghost. You can see it now has a bounding box around it. I'm going to hold my shift key down, and I'm now also going to select my offset layer. So now you can see the ghost and the offset layer are both selected. Only 2 layers are selected. Now that I have selected these 2 layers, I'm going to come down here to the bottom and I'm going to select slice. Now, it looks crazy. I know. Hear me out. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of that slice result and this slice result. And that slice result. And now you can see we have a layer of emptiness around our name.
It makes the name pop more.
It really does make the name pop. Now, if we want to add the bow, I'm going to bring it forward because actually,
yeah,
I probably should have done the same thing here.
Just do it.
So we're going to do it again, but with the bow. So with the bow, because I still want to add a little bit of a layer of emptiness between the bow and the ghost, because after we do all of that, we're going to put an offset on everything. Okay, so this is the same thing that we just did to the name. We're just doing it to a different section. So once again, working from my layers panel on the right, I'm selecting the bow, holding my shift key down, and selecting the slice result, which is our ghost. Now, if you want to, while we're here, let's talk about renaming, because you can rename once you slice. It's going to rename it as slice result. So just to keep it all clear, you can rename this as your ghost layer. Didn't know if you all knew you could do that, but you can. So I'm going to select the ghost. You can see it now has the bounding box. Shift key is held down on my keyboard and selecting the bow.
Wait.
I need to add an offset first. Okay. You're right.
I was like, unless you're doing something crazy.
Thank you. Okay, so I've added the offset. I'm going to do the same offset on the bow as I did the name Ruby.
That's a good design rule to follow, too.
Yeah.
Using the same thickness of offset, like on all of your slice offsets.
Yes.
It just looks better.
Okay, so we have our ghost, and we did add a 0.1 offset, in case you all were wondering. We have our ghost, and now we're at the shift key held down. We're going to select our offset, not the bow, 2 layers, because you can only slice 2 layers. We're going to come down here to slice. It's going to look crazy for a minute, but then we're going to get rid of all of our slice results except for the big portion of the ghost. So this guy, and this guy.
Ooh.
Now we have our cutie patootie little bow.
I love it.
I am obsessed. So now what we need to do is we need to select all 3 layers. Now, the reason that we select all 3 layers is because we want to offset on everything. We don't want to attach it. We don't want to do any of that yet because these are all going to be cut out of different colors. So we're going to select all 3 layers. And now we're going to come back up here to offset, and we are going to add an offset. Now, this is still putting a 0.1 offset on there, but I do actually want a little bit bigger of an offset to go around the outside of my ghost. So I'm going to see what a 0.2 looks like. I'm thinking a 0.2 or a 0.25 is more so where I want to live as the glitter background layer of my tag.
That's cute.
Okay. So once you have determined what size you want your glitter offset to be, we are then going to hit apply. And for some reason, it didn't cover up everything in this eye. If this happens to you, I would, with my offset layer selected, come down here to contour and just ooh. We're just gonna hide that little thing. And so now it's all solid. So now we can start coloring all of these different layers the colors that we want it to be. So if we want our, I don't know, I kind of think I want, would it be too much to be glitter on glitter?
No. You want me to get a white? Go get you a white?
Yeah, I need some more color apart.
You know it would be like
more than just what we have here.
You know it would like make my heart so happy?
What?
Like a shabby chic floral print for the ghost.
Do it.
I don't know if we have any. I don't think we have any scrapbook paper left.
So what we're gonna do now is you can now color your layers to match what you want it to say. So we only had a solid white and a solid black in here, but Alicia's gonna go look for, oh, we do have this cute little striped one. So we're just gonna play around with some colors, but what you can do, so I know that I want my ghost, I know I want the ghosty to be white somehow. I know I want my little bow to be pink. Probably gonna have the background, I'm gonna keep the background black glitter, actually. I'm gonna keep the background black glitter, and then you can change the name to whatever color you want. Now, the good thing about this is we don't have to attach anything. Okay, so we've got
have
white.
any, I thought brought bow color options.
Okay, okay. Oh, I love the purple.
I thought it was cutie.
What if we did, okay, hear me out. Hear me out. Black background, but glitter, because it's not super glittery. Ghost also glittery, but white.
Okay.
Name purple. Bow in this.
I think you should do the bow and the black and white stripes. I know it's small, but I think it's gonna be like pack a punch.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is good?
Yeah, that's cute.
Okay, go to 1. These are the color options we're going with. This is gonna be the bow, white glitter ghost, black glitter background, solid purple name, but not glittered.
Right. I think that's cute.
Okay. So I'm gonna move all of this off the table really quickly, except for my glue.
In a purple pail
Oh, yes.
or a black even would be so cute.
Yes, yes, yes. I think a matte black pail would be beautiful.
I know.
With purple and green for Beetlejuice.
Yes. I'm kind of like, I have this artist in Knoxville who paints the girls' Halloween buckets, and like they just have them forever, but like low-key want to make them some like Elsa, because we're being Elsa for Halloween, or we're being Frozen for Halloween. I kind of want to do like a crystal blue color and do like a snowflake name tag. Wouldn't that be so cute?
That would be super cute.
I love it.
Okay, so now that we've got everything situated, we're gonna go to make it. This is going to be on a few different mats, not a big deal. We'll just start with the first one. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to place my white glitter, which is going to be my little ghosty. I'm gonna place that down just like that. We're going to go to continue. We were not even turned on.
That's okay.
It's okay.
So Sadie has been dropping the links in the chat box for you all if you are interested in learning more about Passive Earner Society, which we've been talking about for weeks and weeks and weeks. The links are in the description too if you're watching the replay, so you guys can get more information there.
Restart your machine.
No.
Well, it didn't. It did it.
It let you go?
Yeah, it let me go. Okay, so in case you all didn't know, you can actually cut Ashley Falco's glitter cardstock. You normally always cut it just on medium cardstock, don't you?
Yeah.
You can cut it on medium cardstock. You don't have to do 2 passes with the glitter, so we're just going to do this on medium cardstock. It says it's, I don't know about you guys, but it's specifically this Cricut. This machine has been giving us some trouble. Don't know why. Anyway, medium cardstock setting for the glitter cardstock. We are using just a fine point blade. Now, not all glitter cardstocks, let me be insanely clear. Not all glitter cardstocks can be cut with the medium cardstock setting, period. The
Ashley's
only one that we have
consistent.
found is the one from Celebration Warehouse.
Yeah.
So there's that.
And I can cut her glitters, I can cut her regulars, all on medium cardstock.
Yes.
Her foils, medium cardstock.
Everything medium cardstock.
Yep.
I'm gonna go ahead and grab, this is a very well used light grit or standard grit mat. I'm gonna go ahead and place this one on here because I think it's coming up next. And I'm going to
Is Ruby being cut out?
No, the ghost has different, like, there's different pieces of the ghost where we added that offset. So there's one little piece, two pieces, 3 pieces that like don't touch anything.
Yeah.
That we're just gonna have to do.
So
one other thing that, you know what I didn't do?
What?
I didn't size this, so it might be extremely large.
I thought I might have missed it, but I was thinking that's gonna be a big old big mama tag.
We're gonna have a big honking mama tag because
That's okay.
I forgot to resize it.
It'll be cute still.
It's fine. So coming over here, one thing I do like to do, whether it's paper or whatever, I just like to double check and make sure that it cut all the way through, which you can see this did. It's beautiful. Before I unload, that way if I have to do a second cut, I can just hit this play button again and it will cut the exact same place. So this has now cut. Oh my gosh. I want you to see how big this ghost is.
Pull it off so we can see it.
Okay, guys, y'all are gonna laugh at me.
I mean, if they got a big bag, then they
This
need a
is
big
how
tag.
big the ghost is.
I say
The offset's gonna be about right in there.
I say just keep on trucking.
We're gonna keep on trucking, although sometimes I'm an idiot and
Sometimes all of us forget to resize.
yeah.
It
happens to the best of us.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're moving on to our next one, which is going to be our offset layer. This is going to be the layer that we actually glue everything down to. So I am, once again, using this on medium cardstock, and I really hope that this is even big enough. Like, I hope we don't run into, we're going with it now, girls.
No, it's fine.
Okay. I just hope it doesn't run into other things that we have.
It's
on
gonna be
this.
so big. I can't
It's
wait.
gonna be so weird. Okay, so while that is cutting, I'm going to take my little, I'm actually gonna, going with gravity, take this off first. This eye piece, I don't need, so that's going over to the side. These 3 pieces though, I need for this design. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to kind of, oh no, that didn't work. I'm gonna try to get these little guys off without damaging them any more than I already have, because we do need them. So they're over there. Beautiful. We have our offset layer. Oh my gosh. That's how big.
That's all right. We're committed.
Offset layer. Next up, we have our net ruby. So we're gonna place this up here like that. Burnish it down really well. Now this is just regular cardstock. So once again, we're gonna be using the medium cardstock setting. And while that is, there it is. Oh, I was like, where did my other little piece go?
Oh my gosh, the glitter on glitter, it's cute.
It's very cute. Now, I'm not gonna glue this down just yet. I want to make sure that I get everything cut out so I can kind of lay it out before I glue it down. Now, am I pretty positive that's where it's supposed to go? Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where it goes, but
It doesn't
we're just
look
gonna wait.
huge on overhead, like on the screen. I mean, it looks big, but like not as big as it looks like in real life.
Stop. Leave me alone. And I'm pretty sure this little guy goes there. I'm almost positive. And then this guy, I can't remember where he
Honestly,
goes.
like if you didn't put those there, nobody's gonna know.
I mean, nobody's gonna know, but I am, and I'm not gonna like it. But while that is cutting Ruby's name out, I'm gonna go ahead and load our striped on here. Let me kind of move this out of the way. We're gonna put this striped paper on here, burnish it down really well. Beautiful. Unload Ruby and put our bow through. Now, while this is cutting, why don't you run and see if we have any like purple? I'm pretty sure
Purple
we
what?
have purple this.
Oh, tulle.
Purple tulle, and see if you can find some other colored ribbons, because this yellow is not I mean, it'd be cute, but
No.
it's not what I want.
Okay, I'll get.
Okay, beautiful, thanks. Once again, cutting this on medium cardstock. This is the bow that we're gonna be cutting. And while that is cutting, I'm going to
not following
take
you.
little Ruby Doo's name off of the
right there.
mat very carefully, like that. We'll place this guy back in under here. And if you all have any questions, feel free to ask any questions. Beautiful. So I know that sounds silly, but if there's little pieces inside, like this B for this daisy font, you can get them out of there, but honestly, just like taking my finger and doing that gets it off so much better. Or if you need to, you can take your weeding tool and just kind of punch it out, just like that. Okay, so now what we're gonna be doing is we're just gonna place down our name, like this. So now you can see where these other pieces will need to go. Like this one would go right here. Oh, beautiful. And this one would go right there. Okay.
We didn't have the purple tool. I don't know where it is. So
Yeah, but like this is still really cute. I do like the.
I think you could use the orange tool, honestly.
I do want to use the orange tool. I do think orange, that purple, this. Honestly, I think I want to use this pink too. Pink, purple, and orange. That's it. Okay.
Cuteness.
Cutie patootie. Once again, we're taking off the outside because the bow does also have multiple pieces. But yeah, we're just going to start assembling our little ghosty. Now this is this next, we didn't talk about this, reverse tweezers. Reverse tweezers are going to be your absolute best friend when it comes to projects like this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm turning this around to the back and I'm going to start adding my glue, and I'm going to, now that I know generally where everything goes, there it is. Actually, I'm gonna use the Zig two-way pen just because this is a pretty big area and I want to make sure I get the edges really, really good.
And a lot of times, and I don't use hot glue a lot for paper projects.
No, but for something this big.
Yeah, for something that big and for glitter, a lot of times I'll use hot glue. Ashley's I don't have this issue as much because her glitter is so fine. But like with chunky glitter projects, sometimes the Zig pen like won't do it. But if you use like a hot glue gun, it will. You just have to be careful because with hot glue guns, the paper, when it gets heat to it, it'll try to warp.
Also,
really bad.
Don't feel like, double up on your glue if you don't feel like it's gonna stick. Like I'm just gonna add a little bit more here in the middle with that barely, or the other one.
Super tight.
Super tight, yeah.
You can get away with more with glitter cardstock. I feel like with like normal cardstock, if you put too much, it gets all like
but with
lumpy.
glitter cardstock, it's okay.
Yeah. It's more forgiving for sure.
But that stuck really, really well, actually.
Yeah, that looks good.
Okay, so after I've done that, I'm gonna start with the name next. Once again, turning it over toward the back, or toward the back on the back. And making sure you get to the edges is also very important with stuff like this. And I don't wanna do it on our thing, on our little ghost, and then plopping that down. And this is the one thing that I do love about the two-way glue pen versus hot glue is you have so much more wiggle room. You have a lot of wiggle room. So when I And I'll show you what I mean by wiggle room. What you can do is when you put it down, you can still move it around just a little bit before you like press it. So like if it's not perfectly even, like I'll even lay it down. That's not perfectly even before I press it. Although the glue is touching and I can feel the resistance, I can move this around to where it needs to be before I press down. So I do feel like I have some wiggle room when it comes to that.
And if y'all like, if you enjoy these and you think they're cute, these are really like hot seller right now. And a lot of people are making them with a laser and like using acrylic and stuff like that. But you could sell these and make these so fast. Like we've been sitting here chit-chatting, but honestly, you could just make these so quickly, especially when you got into the rhythm of it, and you could let them choose like ghost, pumpkin, bats. You could have those three options for them and the glitter options. And I mean, don't you think these would sell really good?
I think there's the potential, yes.
I mean, I would buy one. I think they're so cute. You could probably sell them for like $10. You think?
Oh yeah.
We had a couple questions about like the cost of the program that we were talking about earlier, our Passive Earner Society that we just launched on Sunday. We only had 200 spots initially, and now we have less than 30 spots available for the Passive Earner Society. So if you all are wanting to get in there, make sure you are clicking the link in the description, in the chat, checking out all the details. We will definitely answer questions as you all have them.
Yes.
But that little page that's linked has so much information.
Yeah, check out that page because that page will more than likely answer your questions.
It's good for all you people who like to make and sell your crafts.
Oh yeah. So now I'm just adding in my little accents in here. Oh no. I must have had glue on my finger because it picked it up.
Cute.
I'm honestly, I cannot wait to add this bow.
Yeah, the bow's like the cherry on top, honestly.
Beautiful.
I've got crafts to make tonight. I'm hand painting a denim dress for the Morgan Wallen concert this weekend.
Are you still doing that?
I am. It's not for me, but for a friend. It's cute.
I've not seen your official design. I don't feel like.
I just drew it up 2 nights ago.
You just drew it up.
Yeah. Also, if you guys are trying to paint on denim, use a piece of chalk to draw your design out. If you're freehanding it, at least. I'll have to post a picture to y'all whenever I get it done because I did freehand it all. I was going to stencil the words, but I didn't have the patience to do all that. I was like, I can just freehand it.
I can just freehand it.
I don't know if it's as good, but it looks pretty cute. Trey was helping me last night.
What a good man.
That's a good man.
That's a good man right there. Okay, so now we're just adding our little pieces of the bow. And then this little guy also has to go in there.
The striped bow is giving me life.
I know. It really is. It really is. Okay, so now that I kind of have a general idea of where everything's gonna go, I'm gonna start the process of gluing.
Paper crafts are just so relaxing. If you guys haven't made a paper craft, this is a really good starter craft.
I know. This is why, listen, I'm not speaking. I'm not really chit-chatting, talking, just because, like, it is kind of therapeutic. Like, I'm just doing my thing.
Also, we did not cut a hole in this with our Cricut, but you can. You can just add a circle and cut a hole out of it.
Yeah.
Or you can hole punch in the top of it. Honestly, Lauren, if you didn't put that little white piece up above the bow, you could just put a hole right there.
Yeah, very true. I might just do that. I might not put it on there. There's a little bow. And we can't find the hole punch, right?
Yeah, unless it's in this top drawer in here, but I looked everywhere. We have 2, and I could not find it. We had a big one and a little tiny hole one.
Yeah, we did have a little tiny baby. No such luck.
No such
Oh,
luck.
those are my hair bows though.
I honestly, where the bow is so big, I just poked a hole in it last time because we forgot to put the holes on it the last time. So if you have a hole punch, you don't need to worry about putting a hole. If you don't have a hole punch, you need to make sure that you're adding a hole to your
Design.
little ghost. Yeah.
And I just forgot. But I can, if people want to know how to do that, I can show them how to do that.
Yeah.
But it just won't be done on this one. The good thing about this striped bow is like I can line this bow up based on the stripes.
Yes.
Like it's pretty easy.
It's helpful.
Very helpful. And then the last one is this little guy. Just, like that. Oh, I was about to put it the wrong way. Does it go this way? I can't tell.
That's one thing with paper crafts. Sometimes the pieces get turned around.
I think it's this way, actually. Yep, it's that way. I got it figured out. Dust like that.
Dust like that.
Dust like that. And then, where'd he go? Oh, there he is. If you wanted to, you could add the little white piece, like this white piece right here would go right there to complete the ghost and the bow. But like also we were talking about adding our hole punch, so you could even leave it open like that and add the hole right here for your ghost, which is probably what I'm gonna do. Now, what you're about to see me do is one of those, do as I say, not as I do. I would add a hole in Cricut and let Cricut cut this out. But what I'm about to do is I'm gonna take these scissors and I'm just going to make a hole myself.
That's what I did. You can't even tell on the other one because the bow is gigantic, and so it just covers it up.
So yeah, this is, I feel like, what most of us would have done back in the day anyway. This is what I used to always do. Just take my scissors, keeping them closed, and making like a perfectly round circle.
Dig you a hole.
And just like that. You do need a hole there. Now, after you have done that, we are going to make our bow. Or it's not really even a bow, it's kind of like a rag bow.
A rag ribbon.
A rag ribbon. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut off some tulle. We're gonna cut off
pom-poms.
Pom-poms here.
I love these because you can add in so many different textures. Like we've got tulle, we've got gauze grain, we've got whatever puff, tassels. I mean, you name it.
We've got this little guy. You can even add multiple of one if you want to. I'm gonna use this also. It's gonna be really cute.
That's cute, yeah.
Like this. What other color did I say I was gonna use? I don't think I said I was gonna use another color.
Pink, orange, and purple.
Yes. So now what I'm going to do, and correct me. Oh, you just tied it together.
I just tied it in a knot.
Gotcha. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring our pumpkin back in. Now imagine this is your painted pumpkin number 1. What we're gonna do is we're just going to take this and we're going to tie this all together in a knot.
And this is like a style right now, like this messy, kind of like thrown together ribbon. I've seen these all over the place.
And then I'm just gonna take one of these, like this little tiny one that I know will fit through this hole. And I'm going to put it through the hole like this. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna come across. I'm not gonna tie this knot just yet. I'm gonna move this up some more toward the top. Give me just a second. And once I have that where I want it, now I can knot that right there. and we'll go to number 1.
Look at her.
She's big.
She
Sure is big.
I mean, we gonna know who it is.
We gonna know whose bucket this is.
That's my kid.
That's Ruby's.
That is so cute, though.
Yes.
I love those ribbons with it, too.
I do, too. I think it's super cute.
That's so sweet. Oh. Someone said these will be good for a classroom, and I agree.
Those would be really good for a classroom.
Yeah.
Now, I would probably trim this up a little bit and not make it as long. I just wanted to make sure it was long enough so that I had plenty of room to work with.
Yeah. I love it.
And then here's the other one. The actual size that it should be. Versus that one.
So a lot of people said they like this size, so.
I mean, you can see it. There's no doubt about it. Mm-hmm. No doubt about it. So if you all have any questions, now would be a great time. I was so focused on the craft that I really didn't even look at comments today.
Yeah, I mean, it's like that sometimes. I think we answered most of them. If you all have any other questions about the craft today or about Passive Earner Society and joining, the doors are going to be closing on that so soon. I think it was like 6 days. We have 6 days left maybe. Yeah. But if we get to 200, we don't know if Tanner's going to open up more spots. So we had 34 when we started the live, and people purchased while we are live streaming. So make sure if you all have been on the fence about that to grab it before it runs out. And remember, if you get yearly or lifetime, you get a ton of extra perks, including the fully printed textbook. You're going to get this sent to you. So you have, this is almost 200 pages.
Oh, yeah.
It's huge. Like, this is not just this isn't like our Master Your Cricut book. It's like 6 of those books together. So
we're talking 200 pages without like graphics. Like, this is like 200 pages of text.
It's a textbook.
It's a textbook.
And it's got all of the videos that we go over have been transcribed into a textbook. So you guys can take notes on that. We also have some other benefits, and all of the information is in the links that Sadie has put in the chat box. They're also beneath the video for you guys.
Okay. We did have Shannon say, let's go back over here. Shannon asked, what size do you recommend for the tag? So let's go ahead and go back, and I'll tell you the size. So the size of the one that I just did, if you like the big one, it's a big one. It is the whole thing together from side to side and top to bottom is 7.05 inches by 8. So it's like 7 by 8. The other ones that I will bring in and unhide, what just happened? Let me move all of this. So sorry, guys, that I accidentally attached, and I can't unattach.
You can still get the sizing for it.
But the sizing for this one is almost a 5 by 5. So if you like the smaller size, it's about a 5 by 5. And the big one is a 7 by 8, in case you were wondering. 5 by 5 is the smaller one, 7 by 8 is the larger one. But it's also going to depend, and let me pull in, we did also do the bat one. I'll pull it in, I attached it. It is 6 by 2, just because of the way that it is shaped.
Long and skinny.
But you can see overhead, it's like long and skinny, and like that's what it would look like up against the bucket. So it just depends on what design you choose, whether it's the bat, the ghost, the jack-o'-lantern, any of those. Your sizing is gonna be a little different for each one, but like I said, this one is around a 5 by 5. The ghost was a 7 by 8. This one is 2.5 by 6.5.
So cute.
Yes.
All right. Well, we're going to be crafting again tomorrow, y'all, because we were just missing our craft days. And tomorrow is another Halloween bucket option. We're going to be doing our how to use your Cricut for sewing. We're going to be cutting fabric.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to be cutting fabric. We're not actually sewing. It's like a sewing hack, but you are cutting fabric. So it's going to be really fun. There's lots of things to know about that, I feel like. And I personally love cutting fabric with the Cricut. I just feel like it's such a clean cut way to do it rather than trying to use your scissors.
Yep, I love it.
So we'll be back at 1:30 Eastern Standard tomorrow, and we'll see y'all there.
Bye, guys.
Bye.